this Sonic project, we're building an awesome PVC cannon that runs on rubbing alcohol and shoots mini marshmallows. Hey there, it's Richie with SonicDad, and you, my friend, are in my workshop, which is cool because we're about to build a really fun project. So, let's get started. For this project, we'll need a dollar store ball pump, an electric lighter, some PVC pipe and fittings, a small screw and a metal washer, a disposable pin, and a common cleaning sponge. I'll give you a link to step-by-step instructions at the end of this video. So let's start by assembling the combustion chamber. I'd like to use the all-in-one PVC glue that has the primer built in. This shopping list and handy pictorial guide will help you select the PVC pipe and fittings that you'll need to finish this project. Follow the diagram and the instructions to assemble the combustion chamber, the barrel, and the base. Now we'll modify a PVC bushing for the barrel by drilling an 1/8 inch hole through one wall. Then we'll drill a 9/32 hole, but only part way through, and this will give us clearance for the screw head. Now we'll install a number 6 flathead screw and then glue the bushing in place. This screw is what will keep the marshmallow projectile from falling back inside the combustion chamber. Now we need to make a plug in the end of a PVC nipple by sticking a piece of tape on one end and then filling it about half full with hot glue. Then when the glue cools, we'll glue it in place with the plug side out like this. Then using a marker, we'll mark the center of the ball pump outlet and the vertical center of the PVC tee. Then using a 1/4 inch drill bit, we'll drill a hole on the center mark all the way through to the inside of the nipple. The pump is easy to attach centered on the hole in the combustion chamber using a large bead of glue around the outlet and then a bead of glue along each side. And now we'll glue a 3/4 inch cap and plug together to make a knob. Then we'll loosely thread it and a 1 inch plug into the combustion chamber. To get the chamber ready for painting, we can pop the cap off of the pump and take out the piston. Then we'll mask the inside of the pump and the bottom of the nipple. To make the heat sink, we'll need a PVC bushing and a drain pipe fitting like this. The bushing should be a nice snug fit on the inside. After printing and cutting out the hole template, we'll tape it snugly around the drain pipe and then position it in the center. Then with a small Phillips screwdriver, we can make a dimple in the plastic on the center mark of each hole. Using a 1/2 inch drill bit, we'll drill all of the holes in the heatsink. I like to use an exacto knife and fine grit sandpaper to clean the holes up after drilling. Now we'll need to cut the heatsink bushing a 1/2 inch wide using a hand or a power saw. Then we'll push the bushing inside the heatsink. Slide the heatsink over the barrel, then snugly twist the barrel onto the chamber. Now slide the heatsink up to the chamber with just a small gap between them, then mark the position on the barrel. Now we'll push out the bushing, and after applying a little glue, we'll position it on the barrel using the marked line we made before. To get ready for painting, we'll mask the end of the barrel and the inside of the heatsink and the outside of the bushing. We'll also mask the bottom 1/2 inch of the base legs and then clean all the assemblies with rubbing alcohol. Now it's time to paint. I like to paint the base yellow and the barrel, chamber, and the 3 caps for the base feet black. It's a little more expensive, but truck bed liner makes for a really cool textured and durable surface. After the paint is dried, we'll use a little PVC cement to attach the heatsink to the barrel. Then we'll glue the 3 feet to the base and then press the chamber to the base. But we'll leave this joint a press fit so we can break the cannon down for storage later on. Now we'll take apart an electric lighter, remove the piezo unit and add a little glue for a strain relief and then bend the wires around. Then we'll twist the wires together like this. Now scrape an area on the wall of our painted 1 inch plug to help the glue stick better, and then drill a 5/32 hole through the center. After fishing the wire through the center hole, we'll glue the piezo unit to the side. The square button can be a little rough on your thumb, so I like to cut a small hole with my exacto blade and glue in a metal thumbtack. After cutting the wires to 1.5 inches long and stripping the ends, we'll add a bead of glue to hold them a 1/4 inch apart, and our igniter is finished. We'll make the fuel sponge by marking and cutting a 5/8 inch wide strip of sponge. We're using a 5/8 thick sponge, so the strip will be square. Now trim the strip to 4 inches long. After marking at 1-inch increments, we'll cut one section at a time and then attach it again with hot glue. The glue between each section will help keep the fuel from running down and collecting at the bottom when it's inside the cannon. Now we'll attach a 3/8-inch metal washer to one end of the sponge, then cut a 1-inch section of disposable pen tube and glue it inside the washer. Then we'll attach the assembly to the knob that we painted earlier. And now that our cannon is finished, let's go have some fun. The fuel for our cannon is 91% rubbing alcohol. I like to put the fuel in a small spray bottle like this. To add fuel to the sponge, we'll spray along all four sides until the sponge is saturated, but not so much that it drips off. Then we'll install the sponge inside the cannon and tighten the knob snugly. For the first shot, when the inside of the cannon is cool, we'll need to prime the combustion chamber with one quick spray of fuel and then tighten the igniter back in snugly. Now we'll just twist off the barrel and load a marshmallow projectile in the back, and then twist it back in place. Now before firing, be sure the barrel is pointed in a safe direction and all spectators are behind you. Now just press the igniter button and the cannon will fire. To fire your cannon again, cycle the air pump about 6 times to bring new oxygen into the combustion chamber. Then load a new projectile and you're ready to go. You should be able to fire your cannon at least 30 times before refueling the sponge. While you should never fire your cannon at people or animals, having a target like a stack of empty pop cans can be a lot of fun. To get the highest projectile velocity, the marshmallow should be a snug fit inside the barrel. If it's not, just squeeze the ends like this to increase the diameter a bit. When you're done shooting your cannon and it's time to put it away, all the pieces will break down like this for easy storage. It's a good idea to wrap a small bag around the sponge and use a rubber band or a twist tie to secure it in place. This will keep your sponge from drying out. Then you can put it in a safe place or even store it back inside the cannon. You can download the step-by-step instructions that include the whole template by clicking on this link. And if you like this project, please subscribe to our channel and check out our other projects. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for the next Sonic project. Thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to our channel by clicking here.
Or you can check out the website by clicking here and go to sonicdad.com for more cool project ideas.